Nearly 80 years ago today, what used to be Oregon's second largest city was wiped out in a flood in just a matter of minutes. The city of Vanport has a bittersweet history that reflects Oregon's history of racial discrimination, but also its residents' determination to persevere after losing everything. Fox 12's McKenna Marks spoke to former residents and their relatives as the local community gathered to honor and remember the city of Vanport.
We came out of Minidoka, which was an internment camp, and because of discrimination, there was hardly any place that we could find to live. Being a child, you know, you played with everybody, so I have fond memories of Vanport.
It's the second largest city in Oregon at its population peak during World War II. It was also the largest federal housing project in the nation, and part of what makes that scale so important to hold in your mind is because of this destruction that happened so quickly.
That was one of those unusual years, I guess, because of the snow and the waters, and the dikes just couldn't hold the water.
On the actual day of the flood, my mom and her aunt, they were at the movie theater, and she said a kid ran down in front of the theater and said, the dike broke, the dike broke. And they got in the car and they left. And she said as she looked behind her, she saw a wall of water coming.
And really within 45 minutes to an hour, the floodwaters come through an embankment on the side of the city and move through the town, and everything is lost that was there.
It was only because of Vanport that Portland got pushed into having to do better. In order to rebuild trust with one another, we do have to first acknowledge what happened. Let's not erase it. In 1961, the City Council had an emergency ordinance to erase the name of Vanport and replace it with Delta Park. That was a deliberate action of erasure, but it still will not be erased.
It sounds cheesy, but it really does live on. It's here with us, on the land and in the people.
That was McKenna Marks reporting the Vanport flood killed 15 people and displaced more than 18,000 residents. You can learn more about the history of Vanport through the Fox 12 app.